We welcome you to the Frostbank Center here in San Antonio. It is Game 4 of the Western Conference Quarterfinal Series between the top-seeded Los Angeles Clippers and the number 8 seed San Antonio Spurs here. Game 4 with the Clippers leading the series 2-1. We look at the starting lineups for both teams. At guard for the Clippers, you got James Harden, Bradley Beal. Then we got Phillips and Leonard at forward, followed by Zubac at center. And for the Spurs at guards, we have Fox and Castle. Then we got Vassell and Johnson at forwards with Wembayama at center here. Clippers took the first 2 games of the series at Intuit Dome. Game 3 belonged to the Spurs here at the Frostbank Center. As we are underway, you saw the Spurs winning the tip. Wembayama. We got 8 on the shot clock right now. Wemby holding on to it right now. Very surprised he hasn't been called for traveling. Over to Castle. Castle for 3. No good. Zubac grabbing the rebound. Get over to Kawhi Leonard. Got Bradley Beal holding on to it right now. 14 on the shot clock. Phillips. They shoot over to Harden. Harden for 3. That's off the back iron. Victor Wembanyama grabbing the rebound. Castle. Over there. There's Castle. There's Vassell for 3. No good. Leonard with the rebound. We got Bradley Beal. You see Allie LaForce is reporting right now. You can't hear her because you got me instead. Bradley Beal. That shot's no good. Castle with the rebound. Over to Johnson. Keldon Johnson with the layup. That's in there, and the Spurs score the game's first 2 points. Harlan, Anthony, and Jefferson are your broadcasting crew. If I was just going to let the game commentary call the game, but you got me instead. We have De'Aaron Fox. Over to Keldon Johnson. Johnson. They shoot it back over to Wembayama, over to Castle. Castle for 3. That's in and out. Zubac grabbing a rebound. We got over to Phillips. Phillips back over to Harden. 10 on the shot clock. Harden for 3. No good. Wembayama grabbing a rebound. As we're approaching 2 minutes into the first quarter. 2-0 Spurs right now. Over to Fox. Being guarded by James Harden. Fox trying to get through. He'll get the shot up. That's in there. He uses the backboard, and it's 4-0 San Antonio. Timeout already for the Clippers. 9:42 to play in the first. We're going to take a timeout. 4-0 Spurs. And we're coming out of timeout here. Again, as I said, 4-0 very early on. Johnson and Fox, the only players to score points right now for either team. 20 on the shot clock as Phillips getting ready to inbound it. Hand it over to Zubac here. To Bradley Beal, dish it over to Kawhi Leonard. 13 on the shot clock. As I said, 2.5 minutes into this game here. We got 5 on the shot clock. Leonard coming around with the layup. That is good, and the Spurs, or the Clippers are on the board now. We see Kawhi Leonard, 22.2 points per game on average in the regular season, but he's averaging about 36 points in the postseason. Castle for 3. That's no good. James Harden grabbing the rebound. Back over to Leonard. Leonard coming around. That's no good. Wembayama grabbing the rebound. Johnson taking that pass, and that's a careless turnover against the Spurs. Zubac will inbound it to Harden, as Harden will take it across the half-court line. Final game 4 of this first-round series. We'll be back in the Eastern Conference for the 5-4 matchup, which we'll have in our next video, which will be between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers from Pfizer Forum. Could the Bucks close out the Pacers? Castle for 3. That is no good. Zubac grabbing the rebound right now. I tell you right now, we have not had really a competitive game at all, and a game 4 at all. Any of the 7 previous game 4s we've played, 3 of them ended in the sweep. Phillips, bucket is good, and we are tied at 4. Castle with it, crossing the half-court lines. We're 4 minutes into the first quarter. There's Wembayama He's holding on to it right now. 10 on the shot clock. De'Aaron Fox. Dish it over to Wembanyama. He'll have the slam dunk, and the Spurs regain the lead. Wembanyama during the regular season, 25 points per game on average here at the Frostbank Center. Kawhi Leonard. From the paint. That is no good. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound. Victor Wembanyama had a franchise record, or I should say maybe a league record, 28 rebounds in Game 3. Maybe he had like a 30-20 game. Fox for 3. That is no good. Harden grabbing the rebound. Back over to Kawhi Leonard. 15 on the shot clock. Leonard will put the shot up. That's good, and we are tied at 6. Look at the 3 games in the regular season Kawhi played against the Spurs, averaging 25.7 points per game, 3.7 assists. As you see, Fox dishing over to Wembanyama. Wembanyama for 3, and the Spurs are on top again. We had a couple of ties, but no lead changes yet. Harrison Barnes at the scorer's table waiting to check in. Harden for 3, no good. Johnson grabbing a rebound. And there, Keldon Johnson back over to Fox. Fox for 3, no good. Phillips grabbing a rebound. Over to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard with the layup, that's good. Clippers within 1. Halfway through the first quarter here at the Frostbank Center in San Antonio, Texas. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. If you like what you see so far, as you see, Zubac will get the rebound off the miss from Vassell. Do leave a like and comment on this video. If you're new to this channel, also hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do drop. They see Harden for 3, no good. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound. And also, if anybody is willing to support me financially on this channel, there is a link to my Cash App in the description down below, as well as, excuse me, I see Phillips call for the first foul, as Wembanyama is going to go to the line shooting 2. But as I said, there's a link to my Cash App in the description down below, as well as information to follow me on social media on X and Instagram. So we have 5:23 to play in the first. Spurs leading it 9-8 right now. They have led. They have not trailed at all in this game. They've been tied twice. Wemby will hit the first one. Collins coming into the game for Phillips. Was Kawhi Leonard moving the small forward, and for the Spurs, Harrison Barnes checks in with Keldon Johnson moving the small forward. So Vassell is going to take a seat. That's a miss right there, and Collins will grab the rebound. Bradley Beal coming inside now, being guarded by Castle. Feeds Leonard. Leonard will take the shot. That's good, and we are tied at 10. As I said, Kawhi Leonard averaging 36 points per game this postseason with 6.3 rebounds and 7 assists per game in this series, as we're down to the final 5 minutes of the first quarter. Wembanyama. He should have back over to Fox. Fox for 3. No good. Leonard with the rebound for a chance to take the lead for the first time for the Clippers. Over to John Collins. Back over to Beal. The Collins. 13 on the shot clock. Collins being guarded by Harrison Barnes. Feeds Leonard, being guarded by Keldon Johnson. Leonard coming around. 4 on the shot clock. Leonard will put the shot up. That is off the back iron. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound. Harry Barnes with it. Over to Castle. Castle with the layup, and the Spurs are on top by 2, and we'll have a timeout for the Clippers. 4:19 to play in the first. We're going to take a timeout. The Spurs on top 12-10. Coming out of the timeout here. 4:19 to play in the first. We'll look at the lineup set. Bogdanovich checking into the game now for the Clippers, and for the San Antonio Spurs, Lindy Waters III checking in. As Castle is going to go to the bench. Harden will take the inbound from Zubac as he crosses the half-court line. Bogdanovich, so recently just checked into the game. Kawhi Leonard for 3. No good. Waters III with the rebound. Down to the final 4 minutes in the first quarter. Harrison Barnes will get his first 2 points of the game. Spurs shooting 6 of 16. The Clippers 5 of 16. Spurs leading it by 4. And a Kawhi Leonard. He'll shoot the 3. That is in and out. Zubac's getting the offensive rebound. Back to Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic will miss it. And then you see James Harden with the slam dunk off the miss. And it's 14-12. Under 3.5 to play in the first. Fox. Coming around. Fox. He's going to go to the line. And that will be 2 as James Harden called for his first personal foul. Second team foul called against the Clippers in this first quarter. De'Aaron Fox at the shooting 2. He was traded to the Spurs from the Sacramento Kings near last season's deadline. You see the Spurs will hit the first free throw here. This is a 1-8 matchup in this universe here. My season playthrough with the Spurs as the 8 seed and the Clippers as the 1 seed. Spurs had to win 2 play-in games. That's not going to be the case in real life as you see both the free throws were made as the Spurs are the 2 seed. However, the Clippers are nowhere near being the top seed in the Western Conference. They are actually in the 9-10 play-in game at the time of recording. They're probably in the middle of that game against the Warriors. And there's a bucket right there for De'Aaron Fox. So there is a chance that the Clippers still might not make the playoffs. They were really sluggish to start the season. They did catch fire and was able to be in the play-in tournament. So these are polar opposites in real life between the 2 teams. And then you see here on this season playthrough, you see Johnson getting the rebound. Jeremy Sohan getting ready to go to scorer's table. He's going to check in for the first time as Stephon Castle is going to check back into the game. 5 on the shot clock. Wembanyama coming around. He'll put the shot up. That's no good. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. 14-13 in rebounds in favor of the Spurs right now. It's only a 4-point game. You see Wembanyama getting a little piece of that and causes the turnover. Waters for 3. No good. Zubac's grabbing the rebound. It's a 6-point lead, I should say. That was 4. Bogdanovic at 15 on the shot clock. Over to James Harden. 10 on the shot clock. Harden. Got 5 on the shot clock. And there, James Harden. He'll miss that one. Wembanyama grabbing the rebound. Lindy Waters the third has it. James Harden 1 of 7 shooting. 2 points and 3 rebounds. I know he is not a Clipper in real life. Fox for 3. No good. Zubac's grabbing a rebound as we have Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic back to Leonard. They got 10 on the shot clock. 1:07 to play in the first. Zubac's coming around. That is no good. Wembanyama grabbing a rebound. 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Spurs leading at 18-12. They've been tied a couple of times, but they have not trailed yet in this game. Fox, and he's going to step out of bounds. Careless turnover there. Need to have better awareness. Can't be Dan Orlovsky. And let's see, for the Clippers, we got substitutions here. Chris Dunn, Bradley Beal moved the shooting guard. Brook Lopez checking into the game. And for the Spurs, we got Stephon Castle back in the game. Lindy Waters moving to small forward. Jeremy Sohan checks into the game for the first time. Leonard for 3. No good. Barnes grabbing the rebound. Jeremy Sohan. Over with De'Aaron Fox. Over to Sohan. Back over to Castle. Castle, jump shot. No good. Chris Dunn grabbing a rebound. Shot clock is turned off. Castle, 1 of 8 shooting and 2 rebounds with 2 points. Beal's holding on to it right now here for the last shot. Low scoring first quarter. Over Collins for 3. He nails it with 0.7 to play in the first. And that will do it. We are at the end of the first quarter. Game 4 of this Western Conference quarterfinal series. Spurs leading the Clippers 18-15. We'll be back to start the second quarter right after this. All set to start the second quarter here. Brooke Lopez inbounding it to Bradley Beal. So we got Lopez, Beal, Bogdanovich, Collins, and Chris Dunn. The lineup set for the Clippers. Bogdanovich for three. That is off the back iron. Bryant. So we got Bryant, Castle, Sohan, Barnes, and Waters. So those are your lineup set for both teams. Castle over the Barnes. Barnes. That's no good. Lopez grabbing the rebound there. 18-15. Spurs on top early second quarter. Low scoring first quarter. Bogdanovich for three. That's in there. We are tied for a fourth time in this game. Castle back over to Barnes. Barnes over to Bryant. Bryant for three. That's no good. Collins grabbing the rebound. Chance for the Clippers to take their first lead of the game. Here to defense here. Beal for three, and they exactly do that. They take their first lead of the game. 21-18. Here in Game 4 of this Western Conference quarterfinal series, where the Clippers lead the series 2-1. Clippers held serve in game names 1 and 2 at home court, as Barnes is going to go to the line shooting two. Collins will get called for his first personal foul. Harrison Barnes in the line for two. But as I said, the Clippers took games 1 and 2 at home. I mean, they won by 11 in game 1. But that was a game where the Clippers did not pull away until the end. As you see, Harrison Barnes will miss the first one. And who's checking in? That is Julian Phillips coming back in for Bogdanovich. And for the Spurs, who's checking in? Vassell checking back in. And Barnes will sink the second one. Still a 2-point lead for the Clippers. And then the Clippers came back from 20 down in Game 2. The largest watched game comeback of the season so far by any team. They see Chris Dunn for three. That's in there, and it's a 5-point lead for the Clippers. They're on a 9-1 run in the last minute 5. And if you want to think about it, back to the end of the first quarter, it's 12-1 actually. Vassell coming around, 2 on the shot clock. He has to get that shot up. That is no good. Phillips grabbing the rebound. Chris Dunn holding on to it right now as we are 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Brooke Lopez, 8 on the shot clock. Phillips back over to Beal. 4 on the shot clock. Phillips. There's Dunn. Dunn for three. No good. Sohan grabbing the rebound. To Harrison Barnes over to Castle. Castle with the layup. That's in there. Stephon Castle only 4 points on 2 of 9 shooting. As we're 3 minutes into the second quarter. 24-21. Clippers on top. Beal coming around. Beal from jumper. Good! Bradley Beal. And the lead is 26-21. Harrison Barnes shooting the three. That's in there, and the Spurs within 2. As I said, the Spurs looking to try to even the series at 2, making it a best of 3. The Clippers want to try to go home up 3-1. Dunn for three, no good, and that's out of bounds, and that's Spurs ball. They said it was last off the Clippers, and let's see here. Kawhi Leonard checking back into the game for Brooke Lopez. Leonard moves the power forward. Collins moves the center. And let's see. Fox checks back into the game with Castle moving the shooting guard. Sohan. 13 on the shot clock. Back to Stephon Castle over to Sohan. Sohan with a slam dunk, and we are tied at 26. Chris Dunn crossing the half-court line right now. She's back over to Bradley Beal. 15 on the shot clock. Beal for three. That's in there, and the Clippers are on top again by 3. Largest lead was 5. The Spurs' largest lead was 6. We're 4.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fox for 3. No good. Phillips grabbing the rebound. Get over to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard with a jumper. That is no good. Harrison Barnes with the rebound. Back over to Fox. Fox over to Barnes. 15 on the shot clock. Here they go. Spurs go chance. Over to Sohan. Sohan. That is good. And the Clippers with Spurs within 1. You see the Clippers shooting 12 of 34 and the Spurs 11 of 29. And in there for Collins. Back over to Phillips. Over to Beal. Beal back to Phillips. 10 on the shot clock. Beal has it again. They shoot over to Leonard. Ships it off to Dunn. Dunn for 3. That is no good. Vassell grabbing a rebound. Chance for the Spurs to retake the lead. In there, Barnes. That shot is up. No good. Phillips with the rebound. Spurs have not led since 18-15, the beginning of the second quarter. Leonard for 3. That's in there, and the Clippers on top by 4. See Kawhi Leonard shooting 24.4 points on average in the regular season away from the Intuit Dome. He's better on the road than he was at home. But he's been having himself a hell of a series so far as De'Aaron Fox coming around with the layup. Spurs within 2 right now as we're over halfway through the second quarter. This game coming to you from the Frostbank Center in San Antonio, Texas. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. If you like what you're watching, hit the like button, comment on this video as you see Harrison Barnes grabbing a rebound. Sohan. He's dishing it over to Castle. Castle for 3. No good. Collins grabbing a rebound. Baseball pass over to Beal. Beal with a jump shot. That's in there. It's a 4-point lead. And if you are new to this channel and you like what you watch, also don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And we're going to take a timeout. 5:05 to play in the second. 34-30 Clippers on top. Coming out of timeout here, let's look at the lineup set here. Harden, Bogdanovich, Phillips, Leonard, I believe Zubats maybe. And then let's see here. For the Spurs, Fox, Vassell, Barnes. So we got Fox, Vassell, Barnes. Wembayama, and Sohan. So that is your lineup set for both teams here as we're under 5 minutes to play in the first. Wembayama for 3. No good. James Harden with the rebound. Harden coming around. That is good. It's a 6-point lead for the Clippers here. The Clippers 38%. The Spurs 36%. Fox holding on to it right now over to Devin Vassell. 15 on the shot clock. Over to Wembayama for 3. No good. Bogdanovich with the rebound. Over to Phillips. Phillips back over to Bogdanovich. Harden for 3. Good. It's a 9-point lead for the Clippers. They're on a 13-4 run in the last 3:34. This game was tied at 26. Under 4 minutes to play until halftime. Fox coming around. Ooh, awkward shot. That still hit the front rim, though. Gotta give him that. Bogdanovich transition 3. No good. Fox with the rebound. Over to Vassell. Back over to Wembayama. Wembayama with the bucket. That's in there. 11 assists so far for the Spurs tonight. They averaging 26.1. That was 13th in the league during the regular season. And there, Leonard for 3. No good. Vassell with the rebound. And they're lined over to Fox. Fox with a layup. That's good. It's 39-34. That's 10 points for De'Aaron Fox. 8 of those in the paint. Under 3 to play here in the second. 5-point lead for the Clippers. Kawhi being guarded by Jeremy Sohan. Kawhi Well, that turnaround shot that's up, no good. Wembanyama with the rebound. Vassell hands it over to Fox. Kawhi with 11 points on 5 of 16 shooting, only 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. Into Vassell for 3. That's in there. It's only a 2-point game, and we have a timeout called by the Clippers. We're going to take another one as well. 39-37, Clippers on top. Coming out of the timeout here, let's look. We got Harden, Beal, Phillips, Leonard, Zubats. And for the Spurs, we got Fox, Castle, Vassell, Johnson. And who else is out there? Wembanyama. All right, so that is a lineup set for both teams here for the final under 2.5 minutes here. Beal for 3, no good. Zubats getting the offensive rebound, and he'll get the put in. The lead back up to 4. That will end that 7-0 run for the Spurs. That cut it to within 2. Victor Wembanyama coming around here. 10 on the shot clock now. Wemby. 5 on the shot clock. And that's going to be a 3-second violation against the Clippers. Ty Lue not really happy right now. Or Ty Lue actually is happy, I should say, but he doesn't have that happy face right now. He's business as usual. His team is only up by 4 right now. Beal, that's a jump shot. That is no good. Wembanyama grabbing the rebound. Over to Fox. Back over to Castle. Fox. Here to go, Spurs go. You see De'Aaron Fox is going to go to the line. Count it. First foul called against Zubats. It's the second team foul called against the Clippers here with 91 seconds to play until halftime. De'Aaron Fox with a chance to complete the and 1 and cut the Clipper lead to 1. Look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers. 7 3-pointers made, 6 fast break points. Fox will hit it. It's 41-40. So it's been a 10-2 run for the Clips, or for the Spurs, I should say. Minute 25 to play in the second. Beal for 3. That's in there. It's a 3-point lead for the Clips. A 4-point lead for the Clips. What am I talking about? They're up by 1. It was up. They're up by 1. Fox. Now they're up by 4. Wemby for 2. Beal will hit it. Under a minute to play here in the second. 44-40. 15 on the shot clock. Back over to Beal. Beal, he'll lose it. Castle with the steal. Castle coming around. That's in there. It's a 2-point lead. Spurs shooting 41%. The Clippers 38%. James Harden over to Phillips. Back over to Harden. Harden for 3. No good. Wembanyama with the rebound. Over to Fox. Fox to Wembanyama. Slam dunk, and we are tied at 44 with 22.1 to play in the second. And that's a 5-second violation called against the Clippers. You got to have better awareness than that. Now it's going to be an easy inbound for the Spurs. Vassell back over to Fox. They can hold on technically for the last shot of the half. 44-44 right now. Had a better pace of the second quarter, I'll tell you what, and that's a miss right there, and that will do it. We are heading to halftime. We are tied at 44. We've had a pretty entertaining second quarter, and let me tell you guys, I know I've mentioned plenty of times that all these Game 4s have been very much duds, but so far in the first half, we've had a pretty good one. I am vdubproductions, and we are going to send it to the second. We're going to send it to halftime here. We'll see you guys on the other side of halftime. Get ready to start the second half here in San Antonio. We are tied at 44. I'll say this, the Spurs ended the first half on a 14-5 run, led by De'Aaron Fox run. I mean, I know Wembanyama already has a double-double with 10 points and 13 rebounds, where Wembanyama had a league record playoff record 28 rebounds in Game 3. See, James Harden will take the inbound. No need to give you a lineup set because it is the starting five for both teams. Leonard for three, and Clippers are on top again. I said the Spurs have not led since the beginning of the second quarter when there was 18-15 to start the quarter. They've been tied a couple times already. Fox for three. He'll tie it up again at 47. That's 16 points for De'Aaron Fox in this game. He had 13 of those in the first half. Here the defense chance here. Zubac. Back over to Bradley Beal. Beal. Front of the free throw line. No good. Vassell grabbing the rebound. And that is an illegal screen called against Victor Wembanyama. Since that was on the offensive side, that will be no team fouls called against the Spurs. 11:07 to play here in the third quarter. Harden back over to Zubac. Over to Beal. Beal for three. In and off the back iron. Wembanyama grabbing the rebound. It's Keldon Johnson with it. He's holding on to it. 15 on the shot clock. Fox. That is in. And for the first time since the early part of the second quarter, the Spurs are on top. He has scored the first 5 points for the Spurs here in the third quarter. He has 18 in total. Minute and a half into the third quarter. Leonard, layup shot, that's good. They're tied at 49 with Kawhi Leonard at 16 points. Castle coming around. Finds a Wembanyama. Wembanyama with the slam dunk, and the Spurs are on top by 2 again. He had to hold on to it for a second. You can hold on to the rim if you're trying to avoid contact. Kawhi, I know that was Harden for 3. That's a miss right there. De'Aaron Fox coming around, layup. That's good. It's a 4-point lead for the Spurs here. 20-point lead. 20 points for De'Aaron Fox. He scored 7 so far here in the third quarter. He scored 7 of the 9 that the Spurs have scored. Beal, that shot is going to be landed outside. Johnson grabbing the rebound. The Fox coming around the layup. That's in there. He has 22. 9 of those so far here in the third. It's been the De'Aaron Fox show for the early part of the third quarter, and we'll have a Clipper timeout. We're going to take one as well. 55-49, Spurs on top. Coming out of the timeout here, 9:14 to play in the third. It's 55-49, Spurs on top here in Game 4 of this Western Conference quarterfinal series. As I said, the home team has won every game, with the Clippers taking games 1 and 2, and the Spurs took Game 3 here on their home court, looking to try to even this series. Zubac over to Harden. Harden coming around over Fox, and that's in there. Clippers only shooting 38% compared to the Spurs 48% from the field. As you see, Fox is shooting over to Castle. Castle back over to Fox. 14 on the shot clock. They shoot over to Vassell. Vassell for 3. That's in there! And the Spurs now have their largest lead at 58-51. Kawhi Leonard back over to Zubac to Phillips. Over to Leonard. Leonard for 3. No good. Vassell grabbing the rebound. He's crossing the half-court line over to Fox. Back to Johnson. Johnson. And he's going to go to the line. And he'll shoot 2. Ty Lue not happy with James Harden right there. That's his second personal foul. First team foul called against the Clippers here in the third quarter. Keldon Johnson, who only has 2 points in this game so far. He'll be shooting 2. To try to put them up by 9. First one made. That's now their new largest lead at 59-51. The Clippers had a 9-point lead late in that third quarter before the Spurs, as I said, went on a 14-5 run to tie the game at halftime. And then the last lead the Spurs had was the first 3 points of this third quarter. They were up 47-41 or 47-44, but it's been a 16-4 run since then. That's a miss. Phillips will get the offensive rebound, though. Zubats, 10 on the shot clock, over to Harden. Harden with the slam dunk. And they needed that bucket. Zubats will get the assist there. Yeah, Keldon Johnson, 15 on the shot clock. De'Aaron Fox, he'll shoot the three. What else is new? He's been on fire. That's 25 points for him, 12 of those here in this third quarter. And a lead up to 10. The first time any team has had a 10-point lead. Harden finding Kawhi Leonard here. 13 on the shot clock. 9 on the shot clock. Leonard coming around. Leonard. And that is no good. Wembayama grabbing the rebound. Vassell. And they're back over to Johnson. Back to Vassell. 10 on the shot clock. 5 minutes into the third quarter. De'Aaron Fox, what else is new? That's 28 for him. 13 of those, or 15 of those here in the third quarter. De'Aaron Fox has taken over this game, and it's a 13-point lead for the Spurs. Beal for three. That's in there. They needed that one. Fox crossing the half-court line. As I said, he's just been on fire the second quarter. Over to Vassell. Vassell with a jump shot. That's in there. And the lead back up to 12. Bradley Beal. Yeah, 15 on here in the third quarter. 9 on the shot clock. Yeah, 3 on the shot clock. Bradley Beal. He'll shoot the three. No good. Devin Vassell grabbing the rebound here halfway through the third quarter here at the Frostbank Center. Here in San Antonio, Texas is game 4 of the Western Conference Quarterfinals series. As there's a block by Beal. You see Phillips. Back over to Zubats. 10 on the shot clock, or no, 12 on, now it's 10 on the shot clock. Beal, back over to Zubats. Zubats with a slam dunk. Deficit back to 10. That's only 4 points for Zubats on 2 of 3 shooting. He is minus 18 out on the court. 5:15 to play in the third. Castle, back over to Fox. And there, Vassell over to Fox. 9 on the shot clock. Fox for 3. That's in there. Make it 31, and 18 of them here in the third quarter. Get a lead back up to 13. Matches their largest lead of the game. Beal. Coming around. Still holding on to it right now. 9 on the shot clock. Beal. Bradley Beal is holding on to it right now. 2 on the shot clock. That's a shot up. That is no good. Wembayama grabbing the rebound. Devin Vassell crossing the half-court line. De'Aaron Fox. He's coming around. De'Aaron Fox with a layup. That's in there. 33 points, 20 of them here in the third quarter. As I said, he has definitely taken over this game since the beginning, since the third quarter started. Bradley Beal. That bucket is no good. Castle grabbing a rebound. Under 4 to play in the third. 15-point lead for the Spurs. They're starting to pour it on now. Fox, thought about the shot. He'll get handed over to Wembayama. Wembayama with the bucket. 75-58. I may have jinxed it at halftime when I said that we had a really good first half and that it could be a good one. Leonard coming around with the layup. That's in there, and that stops the bleeding. We have a timeout called. 3:21 to play in the third. Spurs leading it by 15. Coming out of timeout here. Let's look at the lineup set. Harden, Beal, Leonard, Collins. We'll move the power forward while Leonard will move the small forward. We got Johnson and Barnes checking into the game. Or no, what was it? Johnson moving the small forward with Barnes checking back into the game for the first time in the second half. But we see De'Aaron Fox. He misses that one, and Zubats will come down with the rebound. Kawhi over to Harden. Harden with the layup. 3 minutes of play in the third. 75-62. Spurs on top. We look at De'Aaron Fox. Very hot third quarter, though. He's at 20 points. 20 of his 33 points have come in this third stanza. Castle for three. No good. Zubats grabbing the rebound. Harden. He's coming around the layup, and it's suddenly an 11-point game. We got Fox. And they're getting back over to Fox. That's stolen by Zubats. Harden will have it now crossing the half-court line. Harden back to Collins. And there we got 10 on the shot clock here. And they're three. Ball no good. Wembayama grabbing a rebound. Over to Keldon Johnson. Crossing the half-court line. He's over to Wembayama. He has a slam dunk and the lead back up to 13. James Harden dishing it over to Collins. Back over to Leonard. Eight on the shot clock. And there's a layup there. And the lead back down to 11 for the Spurs here. A minute 15 to play in the third. 77-66. Castle for three. Make that a 14-point lead again. They're led by as many as 17 here. Final minute of the third quarter. Game 4. Leonard will shoot that shot. That's no good. Castle grabbing the rebound. And there's a slam dunk by Harrison Barnes, 82-66. 43 seconds to play. 15 on the shot clock. Here to Kawhi Leonard. 9 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. He needs to get the shot up right now. Collins for three. No good. Johnson grabbing a rebound. Shot clock turned off. Back over to De'Aaron Fox, over to Johnson. Johnson holding on to it right now. Johnson for three. No good. Collins will grab the rebound. Shot clock turned off. Harden. Over to Leonard. Leonard for three. No good. Rebound by Fox, and that will do it. We are at the end of the third quarter. The Spurs are leading it 82-66. We'll be back to start the fourth quarter here in this Western Conference Finals Game 4. Western Conference Quarterfinal Game 4. We'll be back. State Farm assist of the game. That might go to Keldon Johnson. And it will be Keldon Johnson to a pass to De'Aaron Fox. Fox at 20-point third quarter. Total 33. We see Sohan, Fox. See Jeremy Sohan with the layup. That's in there, and the lead up to 18. Their largest lead of the game. So we got Dunn, Bogdanovich, Collins, Phillips, and Leonard. That's the lineup set. We have Vassell, Fox, Sohan, Harrison Barnes, and I think that is Lindy Waters the third. That is your lineup set for the Spurs. And then over to De'Aaron Fox. His team up by 18. He's a big part of the reason for that happening, and there's a foul called against Chris Dunn. That's his first personal foul, first team foul. De'Aaron Fox heading to the line. As I said, he has 33 points in this game. So we got Fox up 84-66. That's his first point of the fourth quarter, I'd say, and it's now a 19-point lead. 34 total for him. He's giving air high fives. You gotta love the 2K glitch. And he'll sink the second one. 35 total for him, and they're up 86-66 right now. Kawhi Leonard. Gotta get some desperation here. As you see, Barnes will grab the rebound. No points for the Clippers in the last 2 minutes, 20 seconds here. Waters the third for three. That's in there. It's a 23-point lead now. Done. Holding on to it right now over to Phillips here. 15 on the shot clock. Leonard, jump shot. No good. Lindy Waters the third. Over to Fox. Fox, jumper. That's in there. Oh, 38 for him. So far, he has 5 in his third quarter, or in his fourth quarter, I should say. 25 here in the second half. Leonard for three. No good. De'Aaron Fox. They're giving it back to Fox again. Why not? He has a hot hand. For 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. 26-point lead. Fox, layup, good. That's 40 for him. 27 of them here in the second half. As I said, he has taken over this game. Chris Dunn holding on to it right now. He'll get the shot up. That's good. And the lead back down to 25. We're 2.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Fox for three. Oh my gosh, that's 43. That's 30 for him here in the second half. It's a 28-point game. Were we fooled in that first half? I see there's a miss right there when the game was tied at 44. Sohan. Back over to Barnes. Barnes for three. That is no good. Collins will grab the rebound. 8:49 to play here in the fourth. 97-69. The Spurs on top. Leonard. That shot is no good. Barnes grabbing the rebound. Coming around. Back over to Fox. Over to Sohan. Sohan for three. No good. Leonard grabbing the rebound. Well, a miracle happened. Could the Clippers actually make a comeback? Who knows? But it doesn't look good right now. You keep missing shots like that, it's not going to happen here. 97-69. It's a 28-point game. Make that 30-point game, and that's 42 for De'Aaron. Or no, 45 for De'Aaron Fox. That's 32 of them here in the second half. 12 in the fourth quarter alone. Leonard. And that's in there. Kawhi Leonard with 22 points. That is around his scoring average for the regular season, but well below his 3-game average right now for the postseason. Sohan back over to Fox. Fox coming around with the layup. He's going to go to the line and one. 47 for De'Aaron Fox in this game. Possibly could make it 48 here. We look at some substitutions. Let's look at the lineup set. Harden, Beal, Phillips, Collins, Zubats. Fox is still going to be in because he's at the line. And only Carter Bryant's going to come into the game at small forward. 30-point lead for the Spurs. Make that 31-point lead. 48 points, 35 of them here in the third quarter. In the second half, I should say. 15 of them in the fourth quarter. Zubats, and he's going to go to the line for an and one opportunity as Carter Bryant called for his first personal foul. First team foul against the Spurs. Bryant just came into the game, too. Zubats shooting one. It is a 29-point lead for the Spurs. They are well on their way to setting this to a Game 6 and making it a best of 3. And I gotta say, the 8 seeds have played pretty well. Fox will miss that one. That could have been the big 5-0 there. And there, that's stolen by Fox. Fox for 3. No good. Zubats grabbing the rebound. Is it over to Phillips? 6.5 to play here in the fourth. 102-74. Beal for 3. Drains it. Oh. 25-point game. De'Aaron Fox coming around. Fox, jump shot. No good. Zubats for 3 for the rebound here. Harden has it. Harden back over to Beal. Got 12 on the shot clock here. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. Harden for 3. No good. Harrison Barnes grabbing the rebound. De'Aaron Fox crossing the half-court line. Fox coming around. That shot is no good. He's really trying to get 50 points in this game. He's currently at 48. Collins coming around the layup. That's in there. It's a 23-point game. And that is a modest 8-0 run by the Clippers right now. Fox still holding on to that one right now. Fox coming around. That shot is no good. Zubats grabbing a rebound. And there's Zubats. Back over to Bradley Beal here. 12 on the shot clock here. 5:02 to play. Beal coming around with the layup. That's in there. That's a 10-0 run, and this deficit's now down to 21. I'm not saying there's a comeback, but hey, you know what? A 10-0 run like that can mean something here. 4:50 to play in the fourth. We have a timeout called. We'll be back. Coming out of timeout here, 4:50 to play here. We already see De'Aaron Fox, player of the game. This is it. I do not like it when they just name these players, when they name these player of the game like prematurely here. I mean, it's a 21-point game. I know it looks very likely that the Spurs could win this game, and he's had a great performance, but see a franchise record 48 points as Fox is heading to the bench. Sohan coming into the game now. See Jordan McLaughlin here. He's holding on to it right now. Harden. Back over to Waters. Back to Carter Bryant. Over to Barnes. Barnes for 3. No good. Zubats grabbing the rebound. James Harden. Harden with it. Harden back over to Bradley Beal. Phillips. Over to Zubats. Zubats back to Harden. Harden for 3. That's off the front rim. McLaughlin getting the rebound. Waters over to McLaughlin. 15 on the shot clock. To Sohan. Lindy Waters over to Carter Bryant. Bryant for 3. No good. Zubats grabbing a rebound. Beal holding on to it right now. 10 on the shot clock. Phillips. Over to Harden. Harden for 3. No good. Waters the third with the rebound. Over to Carter Bryant. Back over to Jordan McLaughlin. Back over to Carter Bryant. Over to Sohan. Being guarded by Zubats. 7 on the shot clock. Over to Bryant. Back over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin for 3. No good. Zubats grabbing the rebound. Bradley Beal has it. Beal for 3. That is no good. Carter Bryant with the rebound as we're down to the final 3 minutes to play here in the fourth. Waters. That is no good. Neither team could buy a bucket right now. 102-81. The Spurs on top. And that will not fall in for the Spurs as McLaughlin has it. A These games have been duds for all the game boards that I have recorded. They've all been duds, but at least we've seen the Clippers try to show some effort. Sohan coming around. He's going to go to the line, shooting 2. That is Harden's 3rd personal foul. Yeah, Ty Lue, I know that you're upset, but you know what? There's some shots that you guys probably should have made, too, in those last, since the timeout. Sohan, one-handed shot, and that will end the 11-0 run, 10-0 run here. Champagne coming into the game. That's the first time I think we've seen him. As Waters will go in, as Waters will move to the point guard position, I think. Sohan misses the second one, but that does end that 10-0 run. Over. Beal for 3. That's in there. And it's only a 19-point game here. As I said, the Spurs led by as many as 31. Waters holding on to it right now. Final 2 minutes of play here. Champagne holding on to it right now. You didn't see him play that much. Sohan. 5 on the shot clock. Over to Barnes. Barnes for 3. That's in there. Lead back up to 22. Bradley Beal crossing the half-court line. Beal. You hear the Beat LA chants. He'll miss that one. You know the Beat LA chants were originated in the NBA, but they were the Boston Celtic fans when they played the Los Angeles Lakers in those NBA final years. That's where the Beat LA, and then you had the Bay Area, Northern California teams adopt that as well. As you see Barnes coming around, 108-84. Hear the Beat LA chants. Final minute of play. And it looks like that we will have a Game 6 in the series. It'll be the second time we'll have a Game 6. Second series to guarantee a Game 6. Barnes coming around. That is good. They'll lead up to 26. Beat LA. I mean, it was a 31-point lead for the Spurs. Clippers were able to get down to 19, but not close. But you know what? Out of all the games that we have seen, all the duds, game 4s I recorded, all 8 of them were duds, but at least we saw the Clippers at least try to make a game of it. Barnes will get the shot up. Oh, wow. And that will do it. We are heading to a Game 6 in this series. Behind a 48-point effort by De'Aaron Fox. He took over that second half. The Spurs will even this series, winning 112-84. We'll be back with the post-game player statistics right after this. Look at the post-game player statistics. We start off with the victorious San Antonio Spurs. Start off with De'Aaron Fox with 48 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1 steal. He had 35 of those 48 points in the second half. including a 20-point third quarter. He took over that second half. The game was tied at 44, and he single-handedly sent this team to a rousing victory in that second half. Harrison Barnes had 17 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, so close to a double-double for him. Victor Wembanyama, 16 points, 17 rebounds, and 1 steal. Stephon Castle, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and a steal. Devin Vassell with 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Jeremy Sohan, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Keldon Johnson with 4 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Lindy Waters III, 3 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Carter Bryant with 3 rebounds and an assist. Julian Champagnie, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Jordan McLaughlin with just 1 rebound. Kelly Olynyk was the only player who did not play for the San Antonio Spurs. And now, for the Los Angeles Clippers, Bradley Beal with 24 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block. Kawhi Leonard, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. James Harden, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. And we have Zubats with 7 points, 18 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Chris Dunn with 6 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. John Collins with 5 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Bogdan Bogdanovic with 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Julian Phillips with 2.6 rebounds and 5 assists. Brook Lopez only had 1 rebound, 5 minutes of play. Derek Jones Jr., Jevin Carter, Kobe Brown, and Yannick Konen-Niederhauser did not play, and neither did Cam Christie played for the Los Angeles Clippers. And that will do it for your post-game player statistics. Next video, we are back in the Eastern Conference, where we'll have Game 5 between the Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks in this 4-5 series. The Pacers took Game 1 by 19, but then you had the Bucks winning Games 2, 3, and 4. Games 2 and 3 were by 40-plus points, and then by over 30-plus points in Game number 4. So it has been all Bucks, looking very good since the beginning of Game 2. They're up 3-1. So next video again is Game 5. Pacers, Bucks, be there or be squared. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. If you are new to this channel, also hit the bell icon. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, also to receive notifications when these videos do drop. And also, if you are inclined, if you're able to support me financially, it's not required, but it'd be appreciated anyway. There's a link to my Cash App in the description down below, as well as where you can follow me on Instagram and X on the social medias. And with that, reminding you guys the final score of the game on a big performance by De'Aaron Fox, 48 points with 35 of those in the second half. It was a tie game going into halftime, but then De'Aaron Fox took over that second half, scoring 35 of his 48 points. And the Spurs defeat the Clippers 112-84, making it the only series where the home team has won every single game, guaranteeing a second series to go at least 6 games. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and I am signing off.